Come here. Hey, sister.
Hey, sis.
Hey, sis.
Hey.
Welcome to Sister to Sister Hot Tub Talk
With our special guest.
My name is Andrea.
I'm Cece.
And I'm Terry.
Welcome, Terry.
We brought Terry in because she has a wonderful story to share with us. We wanted to talk about the inspiration behind her business, and it's a good topic to talk about how your grandparents have inspired you. So, Miss Terry, do you mind talking about your amazing business and the light behind your business?
Sure. My business is called Granny's Gleam. And it started out last summer. I was sitting on the porch and playing with my grandkids and tried to figure out a way that I can deal with and cope with the loss of my grandmother, as well as pay homage to her, because that was my bestie, my roadie. So I said, you know what? Let's share some light. Let's share some gleam. And the original thought behind it was that each candle was going to come with a message that she would say. But because some of her messages were a little bit graphic, I said, let's hold off on that. So that's how that came about.
That's amazing. When I noticed your business and heard the reason why you started your business, it started me to think about, how I didn't get to experience my grandmother, as long as I thought I should have. They passed when I was younger, and I used to think about how my grandmother used to have us over for Sunday dinners. We used to have these big old family dinners, and a lot of young people lost that. They don't have that, that family, that grandmother that they can tap into and inspire from.
Right.
Could you give us an example of a few sayings that your grandmother said that made you want to start to share her with the rest of us, with your business?
So, like, right now, it's a lot of stuff going around with, kids bullying one another and everything else. And my grandmother used to always tell us when we come home, be like, this kid picking on us, this kid picking on, doing whatever. She would say stuff like, well, they talked about Jesus and he went along and saved the world. Like, okay, you think about that, like, yeah, he had some strength behind him, you know. He's the creator of it all, okay. And then another thing she used to always say to us was when we would get into somebody else's business or somebody else would be in our business, she'd be like, the good Lord put 12 months in the year for a reason. 6 months for you to tend to your business and 6 more months to leave everybody else's alone.
All right now, all right.
So that's how that happened. That's why I don't stay in nobody's business. I stay in my own lane and do what I have to do.
How long has it been since you lost your grandmother?
It will be 7 years on November 2nd.
Wow. So when you decided to do your business, or you were mourning your grandmother, is that the reason behind, part of the reason behind your business?
That is absolutely the main reason behind it. It was more of a way that, people fail to understand when you're going through grief. It's not something that is just, okay, on day one, it's going to be this feeling, day two, it's going to be that feeling. No. It literally took me until probably year 5 to actually come to the realization that she's gone. Like, it's not going to be the same. So, for me, it was, you know what? Let me deal with grief in a positive way. I can do some destructive behavior. I can eat myself to be big as a house, but that ain't what she wanted. She wanted us to celebrate her life. So that's where the gleam comes from, is to be able to celebrate her life and let her light shine in everybody's house.
All right. Amazing. Cece, do we have some of the candles?
We actually do. They're over there. Let me grab a couple.
Right. So, you know what I find when I think about grandparents, and a lot of our young people don't have that inspiration right now. You know what I mean? They don't have someone to inspire them. And when I think about Terry and the opportunity that she took to turn her grief into something positive, I'm going to encourage you as a person, as a young person, if you can go back and ask your parents questions about your grandparents, or ask them, hey, what is a favorite dish that their grandmother used to make, and tap into that, and maybe you can start to inspire and develop something to, share with the community yourself. And it just also helps me remember, I was like, man, my grandmother, we're from the South, and we used to have like these big dinners, like every Sunday. And I just remember her in the kitchen with my aunt and just making these amazing dinners. And that's an inspiration in itself to keep a household together. Yes. So you always remember that light. And we have some candles here that Miss Terry made, inspired by her grandmother, and to put in all of our homes. Miss Terry, you want to talk about some of these scents?
This one is pineapple mojito, and it's pretty much just like the drink would be. It's like coconut lime with a little pineapple in the inside, and I got a pineapple wax melt on the top. And then that one is, I believe that's the white tea one. It may also be the same as this one because I did two of the same ones. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I generally don't really, like when I'm doing the candles, I don't have a specific scent when I'm going in to make it. It's more of a, let me see where my feelings is at this point. If I'm feeling like I really want to smell something that would remind me of my grandmother, it would be more of a cashmere type of smell, or the amber, something soft and light. But then it's like when I'm like, okay, I'm feeling fun and goofy or whatever, let me mix up some pineapple mojito or the strawberry guava or any other scent.
Let me tell you, they smell absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Cece, would you have these in your house all over the place? Because I know you're a candle girl.
I am. I would have all of them. I'm telling you, they smell absolutely amazing. And I do appreciate her for sharing her grandmother with us, because both of my grandmothers passed when I was one of them I never even got to meet, and the other one I don't remember because I was very young. So for her to share her grandmother with us, I do appreciate it. And I'm telling you, definitely we'll have something on the link. You definitely got to buy some of these candles. These are amazing.
Wow.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is definitely a great inspiration. A lot of us, we go around here and we don't have that experience having, grandparents because they passed when we were younger. And that's a part that I feel like I'm missing. Like I wish that I would have got to experience my grandmother way into my teenage years. She passed probably when I was like less than 10 years old. Both of my grandmothers. My our mom passed when I was like 2 or 3 years old. So, you tap into being inspired or understanding my grandmother by asking my mom, asking my dad about, his mom.
Right.
And I think it's time for us to go back to our roots, go back to where we came from, and go ask your parents. Go ask them about something in particular about your grandparents, or something that your mom or your dad remember about your grandparents, and tap in that. You never know what type of business or inspiration that you can come up with to inspire others and to help you keep her love and her light shining. Like Miss Terry said, she wants her grandmother's light to be in everybody's home. And I think this is a amazing remembrance. It smells good. And I actually bought a candle a while ago, and I have it at my desk, and I get to, I only burn your grandmother smelling of her every now and then, because I want to savor it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I know where the inspiration comes from. So I thank you for giving us the opportunity to share your grandmother with us.
Well, thank you.
And I'm so proud of you that you tapped into that. And I think I think I need to buy a whole bunch more of these.
Yes,
y'all
definitely.
too. And her business link is gonna be in that information box, and make sure y'all support Miss Terry.
That's right.
And in case you don't want to read it, it's www.granniesgleam.com.
What? What'd you say? You gotta repeat that louder, because I don't think they heard you, Miss Terry.
That is www.granniesgleam.com. Granny'sGleam.com.
All right now.
I love this. I love you for just inspiring me, because what it's going to take me, I'm going to start asking questions to my mom and go back to my aunt and I want a recipe that my grandmother used to make for us every Sunday. I mean, we used to be at her house every Sunday, so I'm definitely going to go back and ask for one of the recipes and see if I can get it and have a remembrance of her.
When you perfect it, you're going to know, and it's going to feel you're going to have the warm fuzzies all over the place.
Yeah. So, sis, what you got for us today?
All right, guys. So we're ready for our inspiration card, and we're gonna start with Andrea.
Really?
Yes.
Really? So, it says, if it's in you, keep following your dreams no matter what.
Okay.
And what that card symbols to me is, a lot of the times we question, or we have this inkling, or this something inside of us that is, craving to get out, because we're like, dang, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do in life, or find a passion. Due to Miss Terry being here, and she decided to turn her, her sorrow of losing her grandmother into something to inspire people. I'm going to challenge you to find something within your ancestry, go back in your family, and find a passion about it. Find something to give the world, of something, that you didn't even know exists by talking and asking questions about their family. So I'm going to inspire you and encourage you to, tap into your grandmother's gifts that she can share with everybody else, as Miss Terry did.
That's right. And Miss Terry, here you go.
My card is, just remember, you can do anything you set your mind to, but it takes action, perseverance, and facing your fears.
Right.
So that card in itself was a whole mouthful.
Yes,
Because having your own business is a struggle in itself. But to also realize that, to get over the fear of failing at something, to get over the fear of not being good enough to make it go and make the business happen, is something that I challenge myself with every day. And I will persevere, as always, because at the end of the day, as my grandmama used to always tell me, I didn't raise no punks.
There we go. All right now.
She did have that potty mouth, right?
She did.
Alrighty, well, here's mine. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what make life meaningful. So anything that you see that is too hard or a challenge, you just work through it. Don't give up. And at the end, I always say God has the answer.
What you say?
Yes.
And on that note, sis,
Always remember, a positive attitude leads to positive results.
I think I'm going to drink to that, sis.
Yes.
What y'all got back there? I'm going to have some water today.
Right.
And I think you should like, comment, subscribe, and click that button where it says Granny Glam.
Granny's Gleam, girl.
Granny's Gleam. Granny's Gleam.
And that's why you should click on that button and buy some, so you can have that light and that gleam that Miss Grandma has passed down to Miss Terry.
That's right.
All right? Sounds good?
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
Thank
Love
you
for coming so much.
On
Thank
that.
you so very much.
Let's kiss that camera. Goodbye, y'all.